finished my workout. I am tired. But to pick up the next question, people have probably seen, I have tagged from the very beginning, and you've probably seen IIFYM, if it fits your macros. The first important thing to take note is that if it fits your macros is not a diet. It is not. If you see people posting and they say, oh my God, I love if it fits your macros, and then they post some big snacky meal, and all you're thinking is, oh my God, I need to switch to this because they get to eat a lot of junk. No, that does not, one is not the other. If it fits your macros, the reason why it's called that is it's because it is the actual process of counting macros and calories you're eating per day and making sure that you're not going over in any particular spot. Making sure that you're not overdoing your protein, your fats, your carbs. Making sure that you're keeping your calories at the correct level for if you're trying to be in a calorie surplus or at a caloric deficiency. And that's what that means. Now, the reason why you see a lot of the people who do, if it fits your macros, post a lot of that snacky stuff is because that's the most fun stuff. Whenever, you've probably seen, there's been a couple meals that I've actually made fit in that were kind of snacky-ish type meals. You know, maybe trying to eat a few Oreos here and there. I don't have the calories that some of these people have. Some of these people they're in a bulk. They're trying to eat, way more calories. They're trying to actually gain some legitimate size. I'm trying to crawl up very, very slowly, so I don't have the same amount of calories. But what it is that you get to a point where you've met your protein, your fiber's in a good spot, your fats are in a good spot, and you've got a whole bunch of extra carbs. And they go, well, I'm going to fill it with sugar. The thing is that there's people out there that will go, oh my God, sugar is the devil. The keto group is one of the prime examples of this. They believe that keto is, the reason it works is because it doesn't have sugar. Well, no, the reason it works is because sugar is a very addictive substance, and taking it out of a lot of people's diets, cutting the calories and the addictiveness of it helps. It does. But it's not because, one is not because of the other. When you have the carbs left over and you are already met your fiber needs for the day, you can fill those carbs with anything you want. And a lot of people, they're going to fill it with junk because it's fun. It's maybe after the workout treat or something like that. So that's the first thing to add. Now that means that if it fits your macros, pairs with everything. During the entire time I was losing weight, I was doing keto if it fits your macros. I'm trying to find me a parking spot here. Oh, it's handicapped. Okay, I'll just park here, I guess. Picking up Danny from the gym right now. She was working out while I was working out. So, if it fits your macros, whatever that is, if you're going to do keto, then your macros are different than if you were doing just normal protein, carbs, and fat intakes. So, know that from the get-go. Let me see. Next question. So the next question is asking me what my macros are. Right now, I do what is 40-40-20. 40 protein, 40 carbs, 20 fat. But I don't actually try to hit every single bit of that on the nose. I try to get at least 40 protein, which means that if it goes over, that's a good day. If I have over 20% fat, which you have to realize that a gram of fat is 9 calories, so 20% fat is going to go a lot further than you think. But if I hit my fat goals and my protein goals, as long as I hit my fiber, I don't really care, as long as I'm in the ballpark of my calories, which means that I can be over on my protein and fat a little bit and under on my carbs. That's perfect for me. I don't want to be under on my protein. I don't really want to be under on my fats, but it's, not the end of the world if it is, because I'm usually over. And I definitely don't want to miss out on my fiber. So those carb calories need to have some good fiber in it, which means that when it's all boiled down, I've got about 640 calories of carbs. After I hit my fiber goals, which is about 14 fiber per 1,000 calories. So I'm in the ballpark of about 23 fiber needed per day right now. Once I hit that, I can do whatever I want with the rest of my carbs. I can eat Oreos if I want, and I try to. Let's see, next question. People have probably also wanted to know about all the cheat meals and stuff that I've eaten. What it all boils down to is that I am not really dieting anymore. I'm not in a spot where I need to eat under my calories. If anything, I'm building up to more and more calories. So if I occasionally have some snacky food here and there, as long as I'm hitting my protein, it's mostly dirty bulking at worst. Even though dirty bulking, you can add a lot of fat, but you can also add some muscle while you're doing that too. I don't actually recommend that because of the fat you can add, but if there's a day or two where I'm feeling like, I need to eat a bunch of junk, it's nice to know that that option is there. Dirty bulking is not something that I would advise unless you're trying out for the strongman competition, where you don't care that you're the strongest guy there and you're also round. Those guys, they could pick my entire car up. So, I'm not going to say it doesn't work. It works. I've worked too hard to get down to this size to risk putting it back on for some strength. Adding some size is a bonus. It is not something that I am willing to step away from all my fat loss to do. So I don't want to dirty bulk, but every once in a while, I'm gonna have a day where I'm just gonna have to eat 7 pounds of donuts. It's just gonna happen, and it's nice to know that the option is there, because I've finally reached a point in my fitness where I can do it from time to time. There are the people I see every time I post something that's not, I guess, clean or keto, I see my followers tick down. If you can't look at it on my feed, I completely understand. It's all part of it. We're all fighting battles, and I support you. I support you regardless. I wish you the best whether you stay or you go. I hope you stay, but I don't want you to have to do anything or look at anything that you just can't handle. It's part of it. The food's out there, and learning to see it and move on is just as important. But if you're not ready for that step, don't. Do what you got to do. I support and love all of y'all. And the next question, what do I think about clean eating and paleo and all that? Hey man, whatever floats your goat. Whatever you want to fill your calories with, as I said earlier, just make sure it's something you're enjoying. I actually advise, eat something until you get sick of it, and then try something else. Maybe that's keto, maybe that's paleo, maybe whatever. You do you, make you happy, and I think that's the best place to sit. If that's keto, good. If it's not, also good. Like I said, right now I'm not even doing keto, but that's because it doesn't fit, and it's also nice to get a break to do something a little different, and then maybe come back to it. And I think that there's a lot of people that do that. They try something for a long period of time, and then they need a break, and I think that's good. And really, in the end of things, we're all trying to get healthy, so let's support each other. If you're vegan or whatever, whether that's for moral reasons or you just don't want to eat animals or whatever, whatever your reasonings are, go for it. No part of me wants you to do any different than what makes you happy, what makes you comfortable. As long as you're reaching your goals, then you should continue to do it, as long as you can reach those goals safely. If you are seeing progress and you're eating things you enjoy, or at least things that you can stand, sometimes that's what it's all about, then you do you. You do you. Are there any topics that I didn't go over that maybe you're curious about my own experiences? I don't claim to be a PhD, but I do claim to have been someone who has lost weight a lot of different ways, had some success with just about every way, and now in a spot where I actually understand it from a nutrition standpoint. I understand why certain things happen the way it does. And of course, I only have my own experiences, but I'm happy to answer any question. Just let me know.